Welcome back, everybody, and this is Auntie. Happy Veterans Day, everyone. Let's get into this story about Brenay Kennard, who slept with her best friend's husband and alienated his affection towards her. Child, Kira has been awarded by the jurors 1.75, I believe, $1 million for that old rotten. A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers, and my new sister nephews, and all the y'all who have been here through the long haul. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for Auntie Deliberation. Sweet old. It's time for Auntie Deliberation. It's time for Auntie Deliberation. Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome back. I am Auntie of Auntie's Advice. Thank you all so much for watching this video, for clicking on it, for subscribing, for turning on your notification bells, and for hyping the video. I want to thank y'all in advance. I also want to thank my nieces, nephews, and my members who've been here with me for the long haul, for your support, and for letting me do different content. Thank you, y'all. It just means the world to me. I have been enjoying it. My dedication to YouTube has changed. This is non-stop, no stop November, and y'all, I have not missed a day. And today is the 11th day, and I'm so happy that I am able to do this because I'm doing content that I care about, content that I love. I also want to take this opportunity to say thank y'all so much for hitting me up in the DMs and giving me content that you care about, things that you want to know about, right? And so don't forget to continue to do so, because there's always something going on downtown to the internet. Okay, so having said that, let's get into this story. So the other day I came out with a video, and I'll make sure I connected to this one, talking about this Brenay Kennard, right? Who is a TikToker with almost 3 million subscribers, right? She gonna need them. She need to be getting out there, getting her content together. But anyway, I digress. And she was basically in a relationship with her best friend, or Akira, her friend, and Akira's husband and her husband, right? And next thing you know, honey, she started messing with the woman's husband. She is now married to his husband. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, ain't no D on this planet worth $1.75 million. I ain't got it to do. I got to bring out the big time lotion, okay? I can't be bringing out the Carter Lee. I got to bring out my good girl, okay? Because I'm going to be a good girl tonight. Y'all, I promise y'all I am. One thing about me is I will sit here and put lotion on my hand every time I come to this computer. I only have two that I use, and that's my good girl and my Carter Lee. And if y'all want me to post it downtown in a video, I can do that. I can tag the product so you can get a discount. Because when you buy from me, or you buy from this channel, right? If you know anything from the lotion at Sephora's to any lipstick, I get a small commission for it. You get a Um, oh, was it 7.2 million? I got 7.5. Well, it's going to round off. But anyway, so if you want me to tag it, I will always tag the products here. If you want me to tag the lipstick that I got on, whatever it is, if I have something on and you like it, let me know and I can tag it downtown in the comments section for y'all. Okay. So it is 1.7 million. Okay, so I'll change my title to reflect 1.7 million. So anyway, she was messing with, the girl Akira's husband. I noticed even after the verdict, y'all, that and the lawyer was talking, she still seemed really sad. For us, it's news, right? For her, it's life. And it's so unfortunate because so many things came out during the trial. A lot of the TikTokers have been going to the trial and they were just talking about, the disgusting things that they found out. From my understanding, they had 700 pieces of evidence in this trial, and Brenay decides that she is going to represent herself. Okay, boo. No, no, so no problem. So, I want to give y'all a little bit of background about alienation of affection. I have brought it up the other day, but I saw a comment, and so I want to talk about it. Okay, so let me tell you why this case is significant. There are people who file these cases all the time, and this is just the first time that it has been really in our community this way. Basically the legal concept of alienation of affection was created back in the 1800s as part of the common law heart bomb torts, right? Which allow a spouse to sue someone for interfering in their marriage. This is usually for causing the other spouse to fall out of love and to leave them. The historical purposes for it was to protect marriage as property. Back in the old day, wives were viewed as part of a husband's household or his property. And if another person, often a man, stole a spouse's affection, the husband could claim he'd been deprived of his marital rights, similar to a loss of property or services. The lawmakers wanted to use this basically as a deterrent, and they believed that this would deter people from interfering in other folks' marriages, particularly lovers, in laws, or friends who encourage a spouse to leave their other spouse, right? And they wanted to make sure that if this happened, that they were compensated for it. The lawsuit that was the original lawsuit that was brought right for alienation of affection offered the innocent spouse a way to recover money damages for emotional pain, loss of companionship, and public humiliation. So as we have been going through the Akira case, right, and listening to the testimony and stuff, she really did lose things, and so did her children. One of the things that she outlined in her case of alienation of affection is that this is robbing the children of having a two-parent household, and that's absolutely valid, right? Also, Tim was dating his cousins, like Devin, who was the other one who was affected, who has a lawsuit coming up as well, is his cousin. So this has caused a rift in their family. Like it's a lot going on here. Um, Also, Akira also mentioned, and I hope I'm saying her name right. She also mentioned that because of the stress and all of this, she ended up having a miscarriage. And then she's on social media. There's embarrassment, humiliation, possibly some bullying that was going on for those people who were, with Brenay and thought that Brenay didn't do anything wrong. So it It is basically the same thing. Now I see somebody said Fantasia got sued for the same thing. Let me look that up. Let me look that up because that's in my comment section, and I want to clear that up. I saw that in my comment, and I want to make sure the Fantasia don't be over here. Okay, so hold on. So at T Hutch 80 said Fantasia was sued behind her husband and Nene was sued behind her boyfriend after Greg passed. Okay, so I was able to validate through ChatGPT that yes, Fantasia, the American Idol winner, was sued for alienation of affection in 2010 in North Carolina, one of the few states where this law exists. They said the lawsuit was filed by Paula Cook, the estranged wife of Antoine Cook, who was romantically involved with Fantasia. So you better go, girl. You better work. She knew that thing, okay? She knew that thing. I never heard of that. Paula Cook alleged that Fantasia knew Antoine was married and that she willfully pursued a relationship with him, which caused the breakdown of their marriage. Under North Carolina law, a spouse can sue someone for alienating the affection. Fantasia testified in court, admitting she had a relationship with Antoine, but she had believed he was separated at the time. The judge ultimately did not find Fantasia liable for alienation of affection. The court found that Antoine and Paula Cook's marriage was already effectively over before Fantasia began dating him. Paula later dropped the lawsuit. They saying that the aftermath of this was that Fantasia later addressed the situation publicly, both in interviews and in her VH1 reality show, Fantasia for Real. The controversy was highly publicized and emotionally difficult for her, even though she was legally cleared. So, thank you so much, Boo, for letting us know that. I had no idea. No idea that my girl Fantasia was caught up in that mess, some mess like that. But she was found not guilty of alienation of affection, as it appears that the husband and the wife relationship was basically over. So whatever happened, happened. And the court said, we don't have it to do. But thank you for bringing that up because I'm trying to tell you right now, I did not know that at all. At all. So anyway, her Brenay's case went all the way to People Magazine, where they covered it on today, and they covered it the other day about the TikToker who's been ordered to pay husband's ex-wife 1.5 1. I thought, okay, 1.75 million in damages over alienation of affection claims. Brenay Kennard was sued by Akira Montage over claims that she had an affair with her then husband Timothy. Okay, she was ordered to pay that for intentionally causing the end of her husband's marriage. Kennard was sued in May of 2004 by Akira, her husband Timothy Montage's ex-wife, who claimed she flaunted her relationship with Timothy on social media. Akira's lawsuit, alienation of affection and criminal conversation, claims that claims that are only still recognized in a handful of states, North Carolina included. But here's the thing about it. I really can't see someone suing for just the embarrassment of it. Like, y'all know how embarrassing this was that you're a TikToker, right? I don't have 1 million subscribers. I'm not even at 100,000, and that's where I really want to be. But I am so grateful for where I am, and I'm grateful y'all are here. But I only have 67,000 subscribers. This girl's got 2.95 subscribers. You know how much influence that is, how much controversy that is, how many comments are in the comment section. From my understanding, there was a recording that was shown in the courtroom with Brenay, where one of the jurors got up and said, I can't do this. I'm not going to be able to be fair. I am going to recuse myself. But the thing about it, she didn't recuse herself. She walked up out of that camp. She walked up out of that camp because it was so vulgar to her. And she felt like, I can't be fair in this. I am going to, rule, or I am going to vote. Okay. Um, in a way that is not fair because of how I was affected by it. It appears that this girl was gross. And I mean nasty. Okay. So you want to know what the color of my lipstick is? Okay. So it is MAC lip gloss. And let me take a picture because it's so small I can't see. My eyes are quite old now. So let me take a picture of what this is. Okay. And I'm gonna blow that up, and I'll tell you if you want me to leave it down. And oh my god, my camera shook. Hold on, let me get a picture of it. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get it clear. It is 336 by Matt. Bittersweet Me. 336 Bittersweet Me, and this is the best time to be buying it too, because everything is probably going to be on sale. So this is what it looks like. The liner that I have on is a black, right? And so I take the liner, I blend the liner out, I smudge it, and then I put my bittersweet on top of it. Okay. So if you want me to leave it down in the comments section for you, so I put it on, and then I just bring my liner up, right, that I have on it. It is a solid black liner because for some reason I like this combo for the winter. So let me know, okay, if you need me to drop a link so you can get a discount, because Matt will give you a discount on buying the products, right? You won't have to pay regular price for it. So T. Hutch said, I really feel like Brenay was trying to destiny swap with Fakir. She would watch her social media and change her hair like hers and everything. Just weird with low self-esteem. Absolutely. 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 Because they were saying even the hair color, like she changed her wig. And I'm saying if you're going to pay 1.75 on anything, it should be a breast reduction. And I'm not criticizing the girl's body. I'm just saying, if I had money, I would get a tummy tuck. We all got things about ourselves that we would fix or could fix. But I absolutely, okay, absolutely would have gotten my breast reduced because them suckers is down to like the waistband of her pants. They have got to be heavy. Okay. It's gotta be. So I'm giving feedback in the comments section. I'm hoping y'all liking this feedback. So Rainy at 3830 says, for me, it was the baby wipe incident. Brenay was trifling for that. So what Raina is talking about is that and Raina, you correct me if I'm wrong, there was an incident where the two of them, Tim and Brenay, were together. And they was doing, what they do with the whoop whoop and the boop boop boop. Well, they went and had one of the kids to go and get them some wipes so they could clean themselves up with wipes. Why would you do some shit like that? Like, that has got to be trauma and drama for the kids. Like, why would you do that? Like, I don't understand why you would get kids yes, G Debo said what? Yes, I am not giving y'all the details of this. If y'all want me to make another video and give y'all the details, honey, this trial was gross with the stuff they were doing. Yes, Yolanda. Okay. Why do it at all? While the kids are there, you know you in somebody else's house. Because one of y'all in somebody else's house. These was two couples who was friends and they swapped and didn't think anything about Akira or Devon or how they was going to respond to this. And you know what? She probably thought, okay, now I'm going to say this. Don't throw no rocks at me. She probably thought black folk don't file alienation of affection. She probably thought it would never happen in a million years that she would file against her. But honey, let me tell you, somebody probably was in her ear. It probably was some old grandma or an auntie or maybe an uncle that was sitting on the front porch doing one of these numbers. No, she ain't see it coming, Bella Child. She probably was sitting on the porch. Honey, let me tell you, baby. You know, you're down here in the South. And if I was you, y'all know she was rocking. If I was you, I would sue both their asses. What you mean, Mom? What you mean, Auntie? What you mean, Grandma? What you mean, Uncle? You know they got that alienation of affection law down here. Me and your mother talked about it. Mm-hmm. Have you told your mother anything about it? No, I was trying to keep Mama out of it. Well, you need to go and talk to your mama. Now, I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me. But, honey, you probably can get you a cute little coin. You know she was rocking. Y'all know she was rocking. You can get you a cute little coin if you go head on and sue her for it. And she went on and did what she had to do. And the thing about it was the man is raggedy as hell, in my opinion. Who spends like I know the D ain't good. He young, he don't seem skilled. Okay. Let's just go ahead and tell it to you. He don't even seem like he's skilled. He seems like he's the type of guy, this is just my opinion, that you putting in all the work. That he kind of lazy and shiftless. Like if you asked him, after you doing what you do, you ask him to go and cook breakfast. He seemed like he's the type that will bring you back a Pop Tart and some milk. He don't even seem like he in the kitchen, like he'll work for you, like he'll do anything. He don't seem like, to me, this is my opinion, that he gets up and takes out the trash on trash day. He don't seem like he'll hang a picture in the living room. Like he don't seem like he'll do nothing. Like he just seemed like a little boy to me. Y'all, I'm just saying. Can we talk? Can we talk? Like, I see you, you see me, and we see each other. Can we have a conversation? We all grown. We all grown. He don't seem like he do anything. Like he seemed like, seriously, he would bring you a Pop Tart, a blueberry or a strawberry one. Not even like a good one, like a blueberry or strawberry one, and a little cup of milk. Nothing about him is attractive. Yes. Yes. Okay, you see, let's talk. Yeah, let's talk. he just don't, like, it's nothing to him. And then I started looking at videos, and he out there doing her makeup better than she can do her makeup. Now, granted, men can do hair and makeup and nails and all of that, but I just had the side eye on her. Then he wanted her to be a puppet and look and duplicate herself to look like the freaking ex-wife. That's so weird. That is so weird. That I want you to clone yourself to look like her, not with them droopy, like them breasts look like. She could never. And you know, the thing about it is, when you're going through stuff like that, even though you shouldn't, right? The human part of you compares yourself to the other woman. What didn't I have? What do I have? What made him go to her? What was it about her? What was it? What was wrong with me? Right? You start questioning all of that. I wish they had alienation of affection in DC. It'd be a whole lot of brothers flying right downtown to the District of Columbia in all four quadrants, okay? Northeast, Northwest, Southeast, and Southwest. They would get this together if they knew that they could be sued for messing with a girl up on Georgia Avenue, where you know you live on Southern Avenue, where you know you live past the Capitol, right? But you messing with somebody up near Silver Spring, near Walter Reed. Like, don't play. Don't even play with it. Here I'm living in D.C. and me and you together, and you messing with somebody in Montgomery County. I'ma sue your... Do you know if they had this in multiple states, in more than North Carolina, really, how many men and women would stop cheating? They would think about that first. If you know it could possibly cost you $1.7 million. Tim sent Brenay a picture of Akira's feet and asked her to get her toes done the same way. That's what I'm saying. Girl, what's the T says single black female? Absolutely. GT will said I'll be rich. A whole lot of us would. That's one thing I did not tolerate, was cheating. Looking at her infuriates me. She needs a reduction or a supportive bra. She's online. Excuse me, y'all. So I know she can find a bra that fits or have one made. Absolutely. Beautiful array indigenous. Absolutely. Would you say, boo? I would be rich and still have my home. Okay. Let me let y'all look at a couple of videos, okay, about this situation.
So Brenay has been found liable. She now owes Akira $1.5 million for stealing another woman's husband. The verdict is in, and after days of testimony, tears, and chaos, the jury didn't hesitate. Akira just won one of the wildest courtroom battles the internet's ever followed. $250,000 for alienation of affection, plus over $1 million for emotional and financial damage. For months, Brenay bragged online about taking Akira's man, mocking her as jealous and bitter. But today, that arrogance came with a price tag. Akira stood in court surrounded by supporters, breaking down when the verdict was read. After being humiliated online, she
That's
finally
true.
walked away with justice and the proof that she wasn't crazy. She was right. Social media is calling it karma in real time. Brenay went from the other woman to the woman who owes $1.5 million. And now, fans are asking the same thing. What happens to Tim? With no money and no clout left, insiders say he's next in line for legal trouble. For Akira, this isn't just a win. It's a message. You can't destroy someone's marriage, gloat about it, and think you'll walk away untouched. She lost her husband, but Brenay just lost everything else.
What y'all think? What y'all think? Let's look at another one.
I was extremely excited and happy for my client. She has received justice from losing her husband and the father of her children. And she was able to
Amen.
receive that through the jury in their verdict. And not only did they recognize her harm, they awarded her the maximum amount that we asked for. It
Yeah.
means the world to my team, my client, and I, because there are so many women that were able to have their stories heard through my client.
Yeah.
And she was able to speak her truth after a year and a half of not being able to say anything. We just want to say, I was extremely excited and happy for my client.
I'm sorry. So what she was saying is we just want to say thank you to the jury. And you know what? That's true, because I think that that is why a lot of people like myself and other people that I know really got into this, right? Because you be having your own little personal feelings about, maybe past relationships and stuff that you have been in and felt like you were, treated unfairly with no remedy. And it's just good to be able to see somebody win in a situation. When we are, out of those bad relationships or toxic relationships, it's a win. But it's on the scale of what she did, it's a small win because she walking around with money. Now Bree is saying she ain't paying her nothing. She had never seen none of the money. And I was like, that was one of the dumbest things she could have ever said on national and TV. Let me see if I can find that video, y'all. I think I have that video of her saying that the girl won't gonna get nothing from her. She probably will never see any of the money. I was like, you so arrogant and cocky and ignorant that you don't even know what you should say versus what you should not say. That is something she should have never mouth and said. Let's see if we can get something out of this. Out of this, y'all. Hold on for a second.
A popular North Carolina TikToker will have to pay $1.75 million after a jury found her guilty of destroying a Durham couple's marriage. The lawsuit filed in Durham County Court accused Brenay Kennard, an influencer with nearly 3 million followers on TikTok, of seducing and having an affair with her manager, Tim Montague. The suit was brought in civil court by the manager's now ex-wife, Akira Montague. Akira claimed the affair caused her mental anguish, damage to her health, and deprived her kids of a two-parent household. Tim Montague eventually left his wife for Kennard. The jury found Kennard guilty of both criminal conversation and alienation of affection. A popular North Carolina...
And that's what she get. That's what she get. Leave, close your legs. Y'all know Nene Lee said that. Close your legs to Mary Man Kim Zodiac. Now, Brenay Kennard, close your legs. And I'm going to tell you, I guarantee you, dime to donut, they won't be together next year, this same time. Sometimes the thrill is in the chase. The thrill is in the sneaking. The thrill is in the hiding. The thrill is in all that. The thrill isn't really in capturing, right? Because hunters hunt because they like to hunt. Hunters hunt because they like to hunt, ladies and gentlemen. And once they get the prey, once they catch the deer, the rabbit, the bird, or whatever they're hunting. They're moving on to the next hunt. Brenay, Brenay. He will be hunting again because he's a young guy that think he hot stuff. They calling him Tim with the hips. But let me tell you something. Marriage to him has no worth. So even if she said, well, we married now and I got him, he will hunt again. In my humble opinion, I doubt very seriously that next year, the same time, same bat station, they won't be together. They will not be together because it ain't nothing like hunting. I'm telling you that right now. I've been around hunters who like to go hunt. I used to hunt when I was young. The thrill is catching it. There's an old saying that says, there is no fun when the rabbit has the pew pew. Do y'all know what that means? What that saying means? When the shoe is on the other foot, ain't no fun in it. He will tire of her. She will tire of him. They will sit and argue and have money issues and money problems. They will begin, in my opinion, to point the finger, one blaming the other for the bullshit that went wrong. Watch and see if next year, this same time, this couple is still together. And then and then come back. Make sure you got your subscribe button on and come back when I'm out here telling y'all they ain't together anymore. Mark this date on your calendar. You cannot win when you're dirty. And just like you said right there, boo, they've been saying this for years. You'll lose them the same way you got them. Because karma knows your address. She don't care. Karma could care less whether you got a ring camera or no. She don't care. She's coming. She knows your address. She knows what you've done. And she knows how you should be rewarded. Good karma, bad karma. She know everybody's address. And the same way they got with each other is the same way they're going to lose one another. And the thrill, in my opinion, y'all, this is my opinion. Y'all put y'all down in the comment section. The thrill for Brenay was hurting Akira, playing with her children, playing with the visitation, playing with all of that. See, that was thrill for her to make her miserable. And trust me and believe me, I'm sure as a woman, she felt some kind of way when Tim was telling her, do your toenails like her, do your hair like that, let me do your makeup, let me do this, let me do that. Ciao, bye. Ciao, bye. The thrill was in her Nakira. And y'all know what? It's women out there. Y'all better wake up. The very person you could be hanging around could be waiting on your demise or trying to cause your demise. You better wake up and pay attention to what's going on around you, especially when you got them close good girlfriends. The next thing you know, they flipping and rolling and doing. Child. Ciao. The jury was like, we giving her this money. I believe that she originally was suing her for 3.5, I think it was. I'm not sure. Let me see. It was something. Yeah, Curie's lawsuit originally started at 3.5 million in damage because she accused them of criminal conversation, a legal term for having sex with someone's spouse. The jury deliberated, y'all. Now, this is the funny thing, and I'm sure it's funny to other people who have also served on jurors. Child, they delivered for 2 hours, less than 2 hours. They had already did their little red robin or red robin, and they didn't already set up the and pay basically when their butts hit the seat had already went around did a red robin. Okay, so what do you think? What are your vote? What's your vote? What's your vote? What you think? And the rest of the time they probably was talking about them. Ain't no way in the world you deliberating for an hour and 50 minutes. Well, let me see. Let me make sure I got that right. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on to your love. The jury members deliberated for roughly 1 hour and 50 minutes. 1 hour and 50 minutes. They don't. They just had a lunch break. They already knew. You know how they tell you, George, don't talk to each other. Don't do this bull crap. They went in the back and was like, girl, what you think? Oh, ho. They probably called her all kinds of stuff. Probably talked about why was she coming in and represent herself. They was like, okay, well, we didn't already reach the verdict in less than 2.5 minutes, but we can't go out there just yet. We just need to sit here and chill, relax, see if the bailiff could get us something to drink, the court clerks and stuff like that. Let them go and get us something to eat and something to drink, right? We take a little break. Who need to go outside and smoke a cigarette? We're going to go. All right, y'all. It's been over an hour. Y'all ready? We're gonna wait until y'all come back from off y'all breaking or anything. We'll be here. Then after that, we're gonna go ahead and sign this paperwork. Okay, from the foreman of the juror. Okay, you ready to sign the paperwork? Get it to the judge. Tell the judge we ready. They didn't already figure this out. This ain't rocket science. 700 exhibits. And probably five of the exhibits came from Brenay. As many lies that came out on that stand, Tim sitting up there crying. Then one day he decides that he's going to come to the courthouse with a pew pew on him. Come on. You think they ain't get back to the jurors that he had a pew pew? I'm going to be waiting to see what the jurors say. Like, this is just stupid. It was just stupid. And she was cocky. She was cocky. And you can't be cocky. You have to follow the law. Come on now. Let me give y'all a couple of previous cases. In 2001, Carol Puryear was ordered to receive $30 million from Betty Devon. Carol was a former wife of Donald Puryear, who owns a trucking company in Raleigh, North Carolina. The settlement is the largest of its kind in North Carolina's history. In 2018, NFL star Fletcher Cox was sued by a North Carolina man named Joshua Jeffords, who claimed the football player had an affair with his wife. The lawsuit ended in an undisclosed settlement. In 2021, former state senator Rick Gunn settled a lawsuit filed by Arthur Johns for $3 million. Gunn was accused of having a long-running affair with John's wife, who was his legislative assistant. This is not the first time that this has happened, but these are a couple of people that you may know or may know and heard of, right? That have also had to pay for alienation of affection. All I can say, if you want to have an affair, don't move into one of those states. Let me see what states still do it. I know it's North Carolina. I think it's 2 more states. Hold on, let me see. Let me see, y'all. Okay, so it's 6 states. North Carolina, Mississippi, South Dakota, Utah, New Mexico, and Hawaii. So it says the other 44 states and DC abolished it. Most of them abolished it between the 1930s and the 1990s, arguing that it is based on outdated gender and property laws. It is easily abused for revenge. And marital problems should be handled in family courts and not civil lawsuits. I disagree. I think if they had it, more people would stop cheating. They would stop cheating. They absolutely would. Okay, girl, what's the T said? Pass me and now and laters and Twizzlers, please. Okay. Yazelle says she believes that North Carolina has the most cases. I think so. Let me see if I can find that out real quick. What states have the most cases? I think it's North Carolina too. North Carolina has the most frequent filings. In North Carolina, around 200 to 250 alienation of affection suits are filed each year. They said one legal article noted that more than 400 lawsuits were filed in North Carolina in one recent year. Okay, they said that of the prominence of large verdicts also have come out of North Carolina. Okay. North Carolina is the highest. Wow. If you were cheated, don't move to North Carolina. Okay. Okay, sweetie. She said, I'm proud of it. Anyway, y'all, this is the end and the conclusion of my video. I want to thank you all so much for being with me, for subscribing to the channel, for turning on your notification bells, and just for giving me the time to speak into your life, to have these conversations with you. It is so much better than covering shows because it's real life and it's things that we're all interested in. Again, I cannot thank you enough for dropping downtown in my Instagram with the DMing me the stories that you want to cover. The ones that we will be covering tomorrow are stories that have come to you all from those people who are in the comment section with you. I would shout y'all out, but I want to keep, and I want it to be anonymous. I don't want everybody to know, but I really do thank you all for bringing these things to my attention, because I'm one person working a whole full-time job, and so I'm not caught up on everything. I will be talking tomorrow about the gentleman who recently passed away, who was the winner of So You Think You Can Dance, and what's been going on with his mother and the young woman who showed up at the funeral, downtown to the funeral, and got that butt toe up by that mother. So we'll be covering that tomorrow. But again, you can reach me at Auntie's Advice on Instagram. Hit me up with a DM and let me know if there is a subject matter that you want to talk about or whatever, because I absolutely love doing this, and I'm hoping that you all. Okay, I don't know what's going on with it. YouTube is, it says you might need to, it's not allowing me to give you a thumbs up again. She got tore down to the ground. And I'll tell y'all about my incident at a funeral and downtown to the funeral fighting. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank you so much, Ray Della, for all that you do to moderate the chat. Again, y'all, let's keep the conversation going on in the comments section. I'll make sure that I provide a link to those things that you both saw and heard tonight, so you can look at the whole article or the whole interview or whatever, all the way through. You'll look at it in its totality. I love y'all, and until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets and in the water. Bye, y'all.